Okay, let's dive in. When you need something notarized, you probably picture the usual hassle, right? Finding time off, locating a bank, maybe driving somewhere. Often pretty inconvenient.
Right. But the sources we're looking at today, well, they show a completely different way of doing things, a total reversal, really.
Yeah, it seems like it.
So our mission here is to get under the hood, understand not just what a notary does, but how these crucial services get delivered today, especially when things like time or where you are, or even, physical limitations create big roadblocks.
Exactly. We're looking at this Colorado-based approach that's uh, super mobile and full service.
They've basically engineered a system to just remove those logistical headaches for legally vital paperwork.
And it's not just about, stamping a paper. It's this kind of hybrid model.
Yeah.
Two main things they offer. First, the mobile notary public. They literally come to you wherever you might be.
Mm.
Second, there's remote online notarization, or RON, that lets you connect securely over video from, well, anywhere.
And a key point they make is the availability, often same-day appointments for either option. That's pretty significant.
It really is.
What grabs me is the sheer scale of that physical mobility commitment. We're not just talking about, driving across town. Their listed service area covers huge parts of Colorado. You've got the Denver metro area, Aurora, Littleton, Parker.
They're big population centers.
Yeah, but then also down to the Colorado Springs region, covering El Paso County, Fountain Monument, and even more rural, spread out places like Park County and parts of southern Colorado like Pueblo.
Okay, so it's geographically widespread. That signals they're not just hitting the easy, dense areas.
Precisely. It suggests a real effort to serve clients who might be more isolated, not just those in convenient city locations.
That's impressive coverage. But honestly, the travel is one thing. It was the kinds of locations they list that really made me pause. They explicitly say, whether you're at home, office, hospital, or detention center, we bring professional notary services directly to you. Okay, let's talk about those extremes. Hospitals, detention centers. Why is that so critical?
Well, that's where you see the service addressing a potential gap, maybe even a failure, in how the traditional system works sometimes. Think about someone who's suddenly hospitalized. They might need a medical directive, maybe a power of attorney, done right now. They can't go anywhere.
Makes sense.
Or someone who's incarcerated. They might need to sign an affidavit for a property issue or maybe something related to family law. Again, they can't leave.
Right, they're stuck.
This mobile service just flips the usual expectation. The service accommodates the person's restriction, ensuring they can still access essential legal processes. It's about access, really.
That really sets the stage for the complexity they handle beyond just location. I mean, sure, they do the standard stuff we see, loan signings listed, like refinances, HELOAs.
Home equity lines of credit, yeah.
And even things like reverse mortgages, EMV titles too. But the specialized work seems really intense.
Oh, absolutely. Those specialized services really highlight the high-stakes situations they step into. Take the jail, notary, or detention center visits, for instance.
Okay, let's stop there for a second. That sounds like a huge logistical challenge. Security, procedures.
It is.
What's the biggest hurdle just getting in the door to notarize, say, a powers attorney for an inmate?
It's really about coordination and knowing the ropes of each specific facility. Every jail or detention center has its own rules. Scheduling, ID requirements, security screenings, they can vary quite a bit. So the notary has to be adept at navigating all that bureaucracy, often under pretty tight time constraints, just to make sure that person can execute a critical document.
Wow. Okay, and then the flip side of that, which must require just incredible sensitivity, is the hospital and hospice visits.
Yes.
You're potentially dealing with things like medical directives, living wills, often signed under immense stress or time pressure.
Exactly. And in those environments, the notary's role becomes even more critical. They have to be absolutely sure the person signing is mentally capable, doing it voluntarily.
All while being respectful of a very difficult, very sensitive medical situation.
Precisely. And the urgency is often extreme, which is why, as we noted, they mention being available after hours, weekends for emergencies. Legal crises don't keep 9 to 5 hours.
No, they certainly don't. Okay, then there's another layer, the international one, apostille facilitation. That probably sounds like Greek to a lot of people. Can you give us the quick version? What is that?
Sure. Think of it simply as getting an official international seal of approval for a U.S. document. An apostille is a specific type of certification. It's needed to make certain documents legally valid for use in other countries, specifically those that are part of the Hague Convention.
Okay. Like what kind of document?
Oh, things like maybe educational transcripts if you're studying abroad, or business contracts, adoption paperwork, lots of things. And getting one involves coordinating directly with the Secretary of State's office to authenticate the underlying document. It's a procedural hoop most people wouldn't know how to jump through easily.
Right, another layer of bureaucracy they handle.
Exactly.
So this smooth handling of logistics, whether it's getting into a jail or dealing with international requirements, kind of leads us to what seems like their biggest unique selling point. That's the full service idea, adding legal document preparation.
Yes, and this is a really significant value add. It potentially changes the game for the client. Traditionally, remember, a notary's role is very limited. They witness the signature, verify identity, but they absolutely cannot give legal advice or help create the document.
Right. If your document's wrong, they just say, nope, can't notarize this.
Exactly. You've wasted your time, maybe your money, and you have to start over.
But these sources indicate they actually draft the documents before notarizing them. They list things like power of attorney drafting, living trust and will templates.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. If they're drafting wills or real estate deeds,
Mm-hmm.
are they crossing the line into giving legal advice? How does that work? That seems tricky.
That is the critical question, isn't it? And it highlights the complexity of this kind of hybrid service. What the sources suggest is they're offering document preparation assistance. They often use standardized state-approved templates for common needs.
Okay, templates.
Right. So, for example, preparing a quitclaim deed that just transfers property interest, no guarantees, or a warranty deed, which offers more protection. They're essentially helping fill out established forms correctly, making sure the necessary legal language is included. But crucially, they aren't acting as your attorney, devising a custom legal strategy for your unique situation.
Ah, okay. So it's more about ensuring the form itself is completed accurately to meet legal standards, rather than advising on which form or strategy is best for you personally.
That seems to be the line. It's framed as an efficiency service, ensuring the document is prepared correctly so it can be notarized successfully, hopefully the first time.
Got it. So they provide the right template, help input the information accurately for things like divorce and custody document assistance or those complex immigration packets, making
Yeah.
sure they meet all the strict rules.
Exactly. The goal seems to be taking a client who maybe just knows they need something, like a power of attorney, and guiding them through creating a properly prepared, legally sound document that can then be immediately notarized, all in one interaction.
It's pitched as the ultimate convenience. Draft plus notarize, all in one stop.
Hmm.
Wait, now let's completely switch gears. We've talked about this amazing physical reach going all over Colorado, but what if you're, say, traveling overseas? Or maybe you live in California but need something notarized right away for a property you own back in Colorado.
Right. Physical travel isn't always the answer, or even possible.
That's where the digital side comes in. Remote online notarization are onto us.
Yes, Ron. And this addresses a fundamental question. How do you maintain the integrity, the trust, that's absolutely essential for notarization when you're not physically in the same room?
Yeah, how do you do that securely?
Ron provides that digital pathway. It lets the notarization happen from basically anywhere you have an internet connection, removing geography from the equation entirely.
But the identity verification must be intense.
Right.
Way more than just holding your driver's license up to a webcam, I assume.
Oh, absolutely. It has to be robust to meet legal standards. The sources describe a pretty specific, secure process. First, you schedule the on appointment. Then you get your documents ready in a digital format, like a PDF.
Okay.
Then you connect through a secure, encrypted video platform. But before any signing happens, the system runs serious security checks on the signer's identity.
Okay, what are those checks? How do they know it's really you on the other end?
There are typically two key layers that satisfy most state and federal requirements for ON. First is credential analysis. Special software scans the government-issued photo ID, you upload your driver's license, passport, whatever. It analyzes security features like holograms, microprint, UV features, checks data consistency, all in real time to make sure the ID itself is legit.
Wow, okay. That's sophisticated. What's the second layer?
The second is often knowledge-based authentication, or KBA. You've probably encountered this somewhere online. The system asks you a series of multiple-choice questions based on your personal history pulled from public and private data records. Things like, Which of these addresses have you previously lived at? Or which of these companies hold your mortgage?
Ah, those questions, the ones only you should know the answer to.
Exactly. Questions that would be very hard for an imposter to answer correctly on the spot.
Yeah.
Passing both credential analysis and KBA provides strong digital proof of identity.
Okay, so once the system verifies you through those tough checks,
Yeah.
then the notary can proceed.
Correct. Once identity is confirmed digitally to that high standard, the notary on the video call can witness you electronically sign the document. Then they apply their own digital notary seal and certificate.
And that digital seal holds the same legal weight as the traditional ink stamp and signature.
Yes, when done according to the state's specific RON laws, the whole session is typically recorded and securely archived too, creating a strong audit trail.
Got it. And then the documents are sent electronically, ready to go immediately.
That's the idea, delivered instantly, ready for use. Which you can imagine is a massive advantage for things like real estate closings or urgent business deals these days. Speed and security, legally compliant.
So wrapping this up, we've really seen that the modern notary service, at least in this model, is defined by incredible flexibility. Either they're traveling huge distances across diverse counties, El Paso, Douglas, Park County, you name it, or they're using secure tech like Ron to bridge any distance.
And the service offering goes way beyond just simple notarizations. They're specializing in these really sensitive, complex areas, medical directives in hospitals, documents for inmates, international apostilles.
It seems like a business model built from the ground up to fix the friction points in accessing traditional legal document services.
Right. Making sure critical documents get handled properly, regardless of someone's location or physical ability or time pressures. And importantly, helping ensure the document is prepared correctly from the start.
So here's a thought to leave you with. We're seeing this rise of specialized, highly mobile services for urgent legal needs. And we're also seeing secure remote online notarization becoming mainstream and trusted. If these critical, high-stakes legal services can be delivered reliably and securely to literally anywhere, a hospital bed, a jail cell, someone on a continent, how long might it be before this kind of high-touch, super flexible hybrid model essentially becomes the new standard? Maybe even replacing the need for a fixed office for many other essential personal and business services too.
It's definitely something to think about, especially the next time you need a signature and wish it could just come to you. Thanks for diving deep with us today.